Welcome to After the Final Bell, a podcast about what happens when an adrenaline-fueled career comes to an end and real life begins. Hosted by UFC striking coach Mike Gonzales and YouTube bounty hunter Trevor O'Connor.
It's not just about fights anymore. It's about what happens when the gloves come off.
And the real adventure begins.
Join Mike and Trevor as they chat about the highs, the lows, and everything in between. Life after the final bell isn't always easy, but it's always interesting. This is After the Final Bell.
So
How many people died of trying different...
trying to find dinosaurs?
There's people dying right now trying to find dinosaurs and they haven't found any.
Today's your episode.
Mine? That's
Yeah.
just something I like.
I know, but it's like
Yeah.
like you love the death penalty.
And that's like sad. Like
Directly like that? If you go,
It's-
man, Mike loves the death penalty,
Yeah.
people be like, what?
which, sure.
I mean, I think they've gone as humane as they can. Lethal injection is about as humane a way to do it.
But
I mean, the only other thing...
I'm on the fence with lethal injection about it because you see so many like things about things don't work or things. I'll say it like this because when I worked at the hog farm,
Hunter, you just spent $90,000 a year to keep me alive, and now we're going
Click the join button now to become a member and gain access to all the behind-the-scenes footage, including our hilarious outtakes. Join us weekly for our members-only live podcast, but only when you click that join button.
Babe, are you going to wait for me?
no, that's a different thing. That's another thing. Is
A serial killer. You think he really gives a shit?
why aren't they on death row?
They are.
It's not all of them.
Most of them. But
No.
some of them take deals that avoids the death penalty.
See, that's bullshit. I think that the deals are bullshit.
But what's up, guys? I'm Trevor O'Connor,
I'm Mike Gonzales.
and this is After the Final Bell, a podcast about what happens when an adrenaline-fueled career comes to an end and real life begins.
Is where we're at.
We're in the real life part of things.
Which is still not bad.
I mean, I still like my life a lot.
It's still not a bad life.
I was just doing yard work, though, so
That's nice. Yard work's fun.
It's not.
It is. It's a stress relief.
It's not.
It.
No.
You look in a better mood. You got a little sun. You got a tan going.
Look at
Like,
my face. It's all swollen.
You got allergies.
Allergies. Bad. Bad.
Allergies are tough.
This morning I woke up and I was
Where do allergies come from?
pollen. It's when plants are
I know, but
like, how did it happen?
yeah.
It's because it
You
gets in
think-
the air and then it gets into our sinuses and infects our sinuses.
When there wasn't no houses and everybody lived in.
I think they still had allergies.
You
They
think
just
so?
didn't
I
know
don't
it.
think so. I don't think they did.
You
They were
don't think-
outside all the time.
Cavemen didn't have any allergies.
Mm-mm.
Well, if they did, they probably just died.
Maybe.
They were not the strong.
Mm-mm.
I probably would have died.
You think so?
Do you see my face? I want to believe that I would have been a badass Neanderthal or caveman.
And like when you say bad, like what, you just killing
Like
stuff?
I would have been like, I feel like I'd have tried to have been the guy in my tribe, like leading the hunting party,
everything.
keeping people alive.
I would like to think that too, but
Maybe I would, maybe I wouldn't though.
I don't know what I would be in that.
I think
in that situation.
for self-preservation, it would be better for me to be the guy that organizes the tribe
Yeah.
and makes the decisions and looks around and has logic. Because I think the guys that went out to collect the food, oftentimes some of them didn't come back
I mean,
because they were hunting invisible food because dinosaurs didn't exist.
mhm.
So how did
How
they
many
get
people died of trying different?
trying to find dinosaurs?
There's people dying right now for trying to find dinosaurs and they haven't found any.
There's still none, huh?
None.
You're still 100% on the no
I'm
dinosaurs?
still. I think I'll be like that forever.
What if we go,
I'm just not like the big.
what
on,
day do you have open this week?
Let's see. I got Tuesday.
We film on Tuesday.
Okay.
You don't have Tuesday.
Okay. I don't have Wednesday. I possibly have Friday. We get back Friday morning.
Oh, you're leaving Tuesday,
Just for
Wednesday.
Thursday night.
Oh,
I'm
it's-
leaving Thursday, coming back Friday morning. I get to
Thursday fight. You leave Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Is your fighter meeting you there?
He's gonna be there already. Him and the other coach, Jared.
Oh, okay.
they
Taking care of
leave-
his weight cut. And,
They leave Thursday. Well, and the translator, the girl that helps us translate, they all leave Tuesday. And they thought I said, I can't go.
You're like, Tuesday's it's a hard no because I've got like
graduation.
Because you're missing a bunch of show days coming up.
Yeah. So I said, Tuesday, I can't go. I can go Thursday.
I'm going to graduation.
Are you?
Yep.
But then we got to save you a seat.
I'm going to need 2 seats.
Oh yeah, 2, not a seat, 2 seats. But so we have that, and then leave Thursday morning, come back for Friday night or Friday morning, and then I have a dentist appointment in the morning.
You're just showing up, cornering the fight, and walking out.
Yeah.
Are you going to mic drop that? Just be like,
hopefully, if I win,
well,
Ashley Yoder's fighting.
You got 2 fighters.
Yeah.
Who's handling her weight cut? Her other coach.
Well, it's only me and JJ. The other teammate that's helping her is probably helping her.
Is JJ going early or is she going with you?
She's going with me.
That's surprising.
Why?
Because it's Ashley.
Yeah. If Delilah wasn't graduating.
Oh, yeah. That trumps everything.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's about Friday. And Saturday during the day. We
also film on Saturday.
Oh yeah, we film Saturday. Where am I at on
This
Tuesday?
is a brand new day.
Jeez. I'm over here surprised we film Saturday.
This is episode 52.
I just figured it out, or what?
So 26 of them have been Saturdays.
Oh gosh. Why? Where do we want to go see the dinosaurs?
Well, I'm going to see K Miller figure out Friday if we can. We're going to go to Dinosaur Ridge.
Okay.
It's right by. It's in the metro.
Yeah, no, it's not far.
It's right by Red Rocks, kind of over there.
Maybe I'll see a T-Rex. Or what do they have? What are the other ones? Brontosaurus, or what do they call?
Brontosaurus.
What's the long neck? What's the giraffe looking one?
Long neck.
Yeah,
I don't know what they're called, but it's a long neck in the cartoon.
Yeah.
Triceratops.
That
sounds
one?
like a steak.
Sounds like, yeah.
Of the Triceratops, medium.
What do you think? Okay, all right, we're going to talk like dinosaurs are real.
Okay.
All right. What do you think that meat tastes like?
It's got to be
tough, like just like.
You think it's leathery?
Well, according to the pictures and everything we see, everything the skin looks leathery.
But that's probably good for the meat then.
Why?
Because it's protected.
Maybe.
It's not getting all beat up.
Yeah.
I don't think you eat the ones that have like the armor on them.
Like those are not. Like,
I mean, I could be wrong, but
that's gonna be a hard pass.
I'm guessing those ones are a little tough or chewy.
Yeah.
The long neck, that's probably the go-to.
Yeah, vegetarian.
They're grass fed, free range.
That's true. Yeah.
T-Rex probably not so much.
No.
The thing's been beat up and like always rough and tumble.
Mm-hmm.
Long necks just like cows.
Yeah.
We're eating the long necks.
Okay.
What about the bird one? Pterodactyl.
Which one's that one?
It's the big pterodactyl. They had the claw feet and the big wings.
Maybe.
I'm not eating that.
No, it probably tastes like duck.
Chicken.
Tastes like chicken?
I'm guessing chicken.
No, I'm guessing duck. Duck's a little greasy.
Because they say that chickens are like the last relative of the dinosaur.
That's what they say about alligators.
Yeah, but look at chicken legs. Alligators or dinosaur legs. Chickens have dinosaur legs. What are you going to do on Friday if it just blows your mind?
It's not going to.
It might.
You think so?
Yeah, we need to make sure, K Miller, make sure that you talk to someone there and they can we don't want to just hike Dinosaur Ridge and see, because you'll laugh off everything there. You'll be like, oh yeah, ha, ha, ha. We need a person. What is that, paleontologist?
I thought they were archaeologists.
I think archaeologists
find stuff like as far as like mankind.
Yeah, I think archaeologists are more like finding buried civilizations.
Okay.
Dude, here's the thing. I think I'm smart, but I'm not. and I think I know things, but sometimes I do, and it's awesome. And sometimes I think I know it, and I say it,
And you don't.
and I don't.
Is that when you surprise yourself?
Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes. Well, the problem. I mean, I've lived a long time, and I have a lot of useless knowledge in my head, and a lot of the time it's.
That's like Jeopardy. A lot of those people have useless knowledge. That's
me.
all useless knowledge.
Oh, Jaden looks at me like I'm the biggest idiot. She's like, "How do you know so many dumb things?" Because I just know stuff.
Yeah.
You're supposed to.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be 50 years old and not know things.
No. You're 50, you don't know nothing.
Nothing. You're just like, I don't know. Saturday? We film on Saturday?
Exactly.
What day is that? I mean, being fair, I know it's Tuesday or Saturday right now.
Yeah.
I don't know which.
You don't, okay. You just know it's one of those days because we're filming.
Yes.
Oh.
That's terrible to say, but I truly have no clue if it's Tuesday or Saturday.
Tuesday or yeah.
Is it Tuesday?
No, it's Saturday.
I thought you just said it's Tuesday.
No.
Okay.
It's today. You're trying to trick me, and that's not going to work.
It's Saturday. I'm looking at it right here. Saturday, May 17th.
Mm-hmm. All day. So,
dude,
let's see. Where's my notes?
I told you we finally ended the GTA server.
I do.
It's wound down. Mm-hmm. We have it as a backup. Matthew has a server.
What? Just in case?
Well, we could play it we could put like 5 or 8 people in it. It's warehoused on a server at his house. So we could log into it there and just play. I mean, there would be no like upgrades or anything going. It's just kind of there as a stagnant thing. So we could go play with what's there. I've moved on.
What are you doing now?
Dude, we're about to get you a computer.
Why? What are we doing?
Red Dead Redemption RP. I'm a fucking cowboy.
You are?
Yes.
I need to get a cowboy hat.
It's Old West.
I've heard. I know what the game is.
It's Old West, dude. I have revolvers.
Do you have a horse?
Horse.
What's your horse's name?
Trixie.
Oh, I like that name.
Trixie. Yeah.
Oh.
Setting up a camp over by a lake so we can be close to the mines and close to the town.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to rob people that go to the mine and get stuff. And then when they go to town.
Is that a game or is it like a role play game also like
it's like GTA RP was. But they took the whole idea behind the 5M GTA role play and built that, or like replicated it for Red Dead Redemption. So it's full RP. Everybody in there's a person.
So what is it? Red Dead?
Yeah, Red Dead Redemption.
Red Dead Redemption RP.
It is amazing. And it's slow paced. The problem I had with GTA was I'm not a good video game player.
Yeah.
And it can be super fast paced because there's like crazy car chases and gun, shootouts, and it's I was not a good gang member or, person that had to be in
I'd probably be this guy.
Let me see. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how the graphics look too.
What really? What kind of computer do I need?
Just a gaming laptop.
A gaming laptop?
Yeah.
Does that cost more than a regular computer? Give or take?
Yeah, because you need like a really good graphics card to handle so that the game looks like that.
Is that something I got to update at next week if I bought it today?
No.
Are you sure?
Dude, I've been playing on this for a year and a half. And my laptop, what was that?
I swear I just heard a voice.
I did too.
I swear I just heard
Was it a girl's voice?
Yes.
Okay. We're not crazy. I heard it too.
Did you?
Which is weird because I don't hear well. And I'm in headphones.
That's what all I can hear is you and that whoever was talking. Okay. So, geez, that's threw me off.
Yeah.
Ghost.
The problem is I want you to play this game, but I know
what
you'll not have time.
Well, if I play at night,
you'll be like,
If I played it, I couldn't play during the day. But if I played at night,
The big problem is if you get in,
yeah,
it gets you.
for like
It gets you. Like all
How-
of a sudden
how
you're like,
many-
I'll play for like 30, 45 minutes before I go to bed. And then you look up.
how
and
how long are you playing now, right now?
I played already today.
This morning?
A couple hours, 3 hours already.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
And how do you are you streaming it on
I'm going to. I had to get in and figure out.
how to play?
Yeah. So it's going to, I'll start streaming this week. It's cool. You can steal people's like
I'm gonna look. I'm
stagecoaches
I'm
or
gonna put in
wagons.
my notes.
You're not going to do it.
I'm gonna start looking for a gaming computer.
You're not going to do it.
Who said?
I might have one for you.
Gaming.
Because-
No, you said gaming laptop.
Well, because I have my Alienware that we were going to send to Matthew,
Mm-hmm.
but we found out it's really expensive, A, to send it, and B,
You could just buy him a new one.
B, he has to pay an import tax
Oh, forget that right now.
on what they perceive as the value of the laptop. So even if we figure out how to mail it to him, when he gets it, he has to go to whatever customs or clearing,
Then tariffs.
and they tell him how much. Like they don't tell you ahead of time.
See, that's
He's
messed
gotta-
up.
We'd
So,
have to ship it
I
for
feel like-
almost $500,
Okay.
and then he has to go to the import office,
Yeah.
and they open it and determine the value, and then he's going to have to pay a tax on the value that they determine.
So you better hope that the guy you're talking to went on a great date that night before and is in a great mood.
And has no idea what a gaming laptop is
Yeah.
versus a regular laptop.
Because a regular laptop would probably be cheaper, right?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, regular laptop. We'll just say that Alienware is right around 2,000.
Remember when they were sponsoring everybody in the UFC?
Yes. You know, everyone was getting gaming laptops because they were all playing. Like
That's
they,
when it really
they trained and played video games.
Yeah.
Trained and played video
I
games.
feel like that's when it really blew up.
Gaming.
Yeah. Well,
it's
computer gaming.
It's been around forever.
Yeah, but I feel like that's the only time it really
In your world.
you know?
Oh, your bubble's the only bubble that really
yeah,
exists.
it matters. Yeah.
Yeah, your snow globe. Dude, I friggin' love it. But anyway, we found a solution. Well, Matthew found a solution.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of smart sometimes. Let's not give him too much credit, but he's kind of
Okay.
smart sometimes. He found it's like a remote access computer.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as you have a computer, you log into this remote computer that becomes your computer that's got awesome graphics, awesome stats, like everything. So you can download the games, log in through that remote computer, and it's allowing you to use that system's like graphics card and RAM and everything like that.
Hmm.
And so we're testing it. He got in and played he has really slow, well, he has like pigeon internet still.
Yeah.
But next week or the week after, towards the end of this month, they're on the list by the end of this month to get fiber.
Oh.
I don't know if it's like fruit and fiber. 'Cause, I mean, it's the UK. You don't know.
You don't
I
know.
mean, they're just telling them it's fiber. They're like, eh.
How are they barely getting fiber? It's been out forever.
We've talked to Matthew.
Yeah.
They're just now getting.
That stuff is crazy.
They're
That fiber
going to
optic-
get Beverly Hills Cop next month. The movie
Yeah, I guess.
one,
One.
not 2 or 3, just Beverly
one.
Hills Cop 1. So it's coming. But anyway, he's going to use that to log in. And if that works out, then we can probably transition that laptop to you
Mhm.
if you're going to play.
I want to try.
If you're
I
going to
can't-
play.
I can't promise that.
Well, you have to
like-
understand, you're
like-
going to suck at the beginning
Yeah, that's for sure.
because you have to move with a mouse and the keyboard.
Oh,
You have to figure out, but Red Dead is slow enough
that you could figure it out.
that it's not like you're not overwhelmed by it.
Mhm. It's not like driving the car.
You're driving a horse.
Yeah.
It's easier to control. Things are a lot easier that way.
No, I want to try. I want to get good.
It's
and
so
then,
fun. Then you could stream.
yeah, I could.
Then we could stream together.
Hmm.
See? Then we could add 2 things. But it's so fun, dude. I can't believe I played GTA now, looking back.
And then didn't play that.
Yeah. I should have jumped on Red Dead as soon as
I knew somebody that was really into that game when it, like on the PlayStation or Xbox or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I first heard about it.
But RP is
better.
So fun, dude.
Do I have to work on my cowboy voice or what?
You got to, I mean, you got to get as authentic as you can.
Oh. Could buy a cowboy hat.
My Red Dead name is
what?
Cody James.
Cody James?
Yeah. I was as cowboy as I could think.
Yeah.
It's also the boots I wear. Like
What?
my cowboy boots upstairs.
Oh, yeah.
Cody James.
Cody James.
And I was like, that sounds like a great name.
Yeah.
But
I'm going to have to check it out.
dude, I love it.
Okay.
If I knew that Red M existed when I started with GTA, I would have never played GTA once. I would have just trashed it.
And said, screw it, I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Dang.
I love it.
Do you love it because you're new?
No, I love it because the pace is right.
Oh, okay. All right. It's not just like 100 miles an hour.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I could play GTA RP only because I know how to RP.
Yeah.
And so I could make it so that I didn't have to end up in all these huge action sequences. But the whole idea behind GTA is to be in those action sequences. And I'm just not the guy for it. But in Red Dead, I mean, I'm on a horse or on a horse and buggy if you got to go far. And you set up your camp.
You have the wagon?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. How much?
You get a wagon.
How much did that cost you?
They're expensive in like you gotta get in and earn some money. I've been mining.
Oh, you've been mining?
Yep.
For gold or what? Copper?
Copper, and sometimes you get diamonds.
Oh, nice.
Coal, a lot of coal.
A lot of coal. Okay.
But then we just found a guy that gives you jobs. Like we had to take a guy and protect him and like move him across this bandit infested area of the map and get him to his other place. And then it pays you on the other side.
Oh,
cool stuff like that.
Yeah.
You can rob trains.
Oh, that'd be a good time.
Yeah. You could rob the bank. Old West style, though.
How do you got minutes in jail? What do we think?
Yeah, minutes. I'm sure minutes or months. You don't want to spend a whole month in jail. What are you just going to check out the game for a month?
No, I don't want to spend any time in jail.
You got dynamite to blow the bank.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I should check it out.
But I gotta wait. Let you?
Yeah. She don't.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
If you start playing video games?
Yeah. I mean, I can't let it consume my life.
You gotta be careful.
You know, if I'm making money off of it, then
start streaming.
That's what I'm saying. Who's to say you can't?
We need JJ to start pushing out your stream.
Yeah. Need to make one.
You got to get a Twitch
account.
Yep.
Okay.
We'll get you all set up.
We're going to get it set up.
Yeah. Telling you, dude.
That's the way to go.
People make
money
streaming. Money.
Yeah.
We'll be doing our damn podcast. You'll be at your house. I'll be at my house, and we'll be streaming and talking about things.
Yeah.
If you catch as a streamer, dude, you make all kinds of money. But the key is just to be good at RP. Just really invest yourself in the character. Become the character. Don't like break character. And it's.
I think that for me, just getting used to that part at the beginning.
And that's the cool thing about it
right?
Is there's no one around you in real life.
Yeah, where they can.
So you get to have a whole second life and just be that. Like you and I both wanted to be cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
Just get to be a cowboy.
That's it. I could get a cowboy hat and just wear it on my stream the whole time.
What are you going to do for headphones?
I don't know.
In-ears?
No. I'm not a fan of the in-ears, I don't think.
In-ears with the cowboy hat, though.
Oh, yeah. Then, yeah.
Because you can't wear a cowboy hat in these.
But I'm going to just put that on like that.
Yeah, then you can put your in-ears in and your cowboy hat on and you can feel the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't wear these kind.
No, because
what are you going to put it on your cowboy hat?
Yeah, exactly.
It'd be out.
What? What? Huh? Oh, shit. Okay.
But you get a good posse together, have a good crew, and you could go. Then you're just like hanging out with your buddies and shooting up a train.
It's a good idea.
It's so fun, dude. That's not what we're supposed to be talking about today.
No, but we are talking about something cool.
Today's your episode.
Mine. I'm
Yeah.
just something I like.
I know, but it's like
Yeah.
this is like you love the death penalty.
And that's like sad. Like
It's
it's
if
hard
you
to
say
say
it directly like that. If you go,
it's-
man, Mike loves the death penalty.
Yeah.
People be like, what?
Which, sure, I think, but just like how many people are on death row?
Mm-hmm.
How many actually get executed? How many die just of old
Bring
age?
it. Let's talk.
I don't know.
about
You know what I mean? I like it all, and I like sometimes I'll read like people's final words.
Yeah, you look up weird, cool stuff.
Yeah, and I read it. I haven't done it for a long
Who
time.
said the coolest stuff
Nobody really.
that you remember? Nobody said.
They either
anything.
say like,
They try to say
kiss
something cool.
I'm ready, or they'll, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, there's never really.
They don't put together a monologue.
No. There's a couple.
If I was getting executed, I would have I would have like
I don't, man. I thought about it like a couple times.
I'd
like,
have a dissertation. I'd be like, I've gathered you here today to talk about the downfall of a once great man.
Yeah. But I was looking up a little bit of stuff, after we talked about it, and
Mhm.
there's like 2,100 people on death row in the United States.
That seems low.
Well, they said for the last 20 years, it's been on the decline. But I think it's on the
Because
decline.
more states are getting
rid of it,
rid of the death penalty.
right? Like you got Texas is huge.
Texas kills people.
There's Florida kills people. Maybe not as many, but
Right.
and man, and then it cost
California
70
does not.
no. They have the death penalty, but they don't kill nobody.
They have it? Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure they do. I haven't read anything different, but
I'm gonna look.
look it up. Look it up.
I'm gonna speed type while you
Yeah.
keep
But
talking.
and then from like the 70s until now, we as taxpayers, we've spent $1 billion.
Dude, I just put
What?
does CALIF, and guess what?
Popped up.
Does California have the death penalty? It's the very first.
It's listening to us.
Yes, California has a death
Yeah.
penalty. While there is currently a moratorium on executions, death penalty remains legal.
So let me see. Let me get
So
my-
2019, Governor Gavin Newsom signed an executive order halting executions in California.
But here's the thing: is like it costs $90,000 a year to house a death row.
One
inmate.
death row inmate?
One death row inmate.
Really?
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Because for like $2,500, you could just get another inmate to shank him.
Yeah, but they keep them so separated.
So no one can shank him.
I don't know. Like maybe because they don't care if you're on the death row. Like, what are the chances you're going to really care about?
I think more people don't want to die that are on death row than don't care.
So as of this year, and this is just in Texas.
Yeah.
Because they kill the most of people, right? There's been one white guy, one black guy, one Hispanic.
EOE. Equal opportunity
It don't matter who
executors.
you are. It don't matter.
Equal opportunity
Yeah.
there. Everyone dies the same.
And I feel like I don't understand what the point, if they're on the death penalty, chances are, and this is just how I guess it works.
Oh, I'm sorry. I keep yawning. Dude, my allergies have made me just miserable.
Chances are you're not going to really get executed.
18 years.
18 years is a long time.
18 years is the average time that a person is on death row.
What's today?
Today is May 17th.
So on May 20th, Matthew Johnson is supposed to be put to death.
For what?
And he received the death penalty December 5th, 2013.
So that's 12 years.
The subject walked into the gas station
Mhm.
with a plastic bottle filled with bleach and continued behind the sales counter where the victim was working. He took cigarettes and lighters from behind the counter and cash from the cash register drawer. The subject poured bleach on the victim and set her on fire. Before walking out of the gas station, the victim died.
Probably unnecessary.
Yeah.
If you're just stealing cash and cigarettes,
Yeah. And let's see here. 4/23, 2025.
That already happened.
Yeah, Moses Mendoza was executed.
Where at? Texas?
Texas. To Mark and Pam in Austin, Uncle Troy and Jose, I'm sorry for having robbed you of Rachel's life. To Avery, who I know is not here, I robbed your mother. I'm sorry for that. I know nothing that I could ever say or do would ever make up for that.
At least he owned his shit.
I want you to know that I'm sincere. I apologize. Thank you for being here today. Thank you to my loved ones. I love you. I am with you. And I'm well and at peace. And I know I'm well with everything I love. Don't kill them with kindness. Heal them with kindness and love. Always love, love, love. Thank you, Warden. Those were his last words.
He should have learned that earlier.
Yeah. But
if you'd have learned that earlier, then
I don't understand. What I don't understand is why they get so many appeals. Right? I mean, I know that there's a lot of people that get put to are on death row that probably shouldn't be there.
Or people get convicted of crimes
that
they're not guilty of.
Yeah, and I get that. But the people that are guilty, like this guy, he owned his shit.
Well, like they have video of you walking up and killing the person.
What? Like why? If
without a doubt, you're guilty.
Yeah, or you know, you go jury duty and your peers, you know, decide that you're supposed to be put to death.
You're horrible enough that we want you dead.
Why does it take so long? And why do they get so many appeals?
18 years. On average, 18 years that you're going to sit.
Yeah.
And most people, I don't know what the percentage is, but most people die of natural causes or things other than execution who are on death row. And that's insane to me. Like that part,
let's see here.
People are going to get real mad, but in my opinion, if you're convicted without a doubt and your trial is like, there should be an immediate appeal, not as a whole new court case.
Mm-hmm.
There should be an immediate appeal where another judge or another governing body verifies that your trial was handled correctly. Yeah. And if everything was there, everything was done right, unequivocally you are guilty. Let's say there's video, you've admitted, whatever. That should be, then it's just whatever, a month from that date.
You think you
die.
Yeah. Or like in China, is it China or Japan? Where they don't tell you the day. They just come to your room. That would be
like, I don't know.
That would be tough.
You don't have any long-term plans.
No. I mean, how, like at what point?
Do you only read books that you can read in one day at that point?
But like, you know, this guy's not very popular, but even the dude that did the Oklahoma City bombing,
McVeigh,
he asked, he's like, can I be executed?
He wanted that as his punishment?
No, once he was on death row,
he was like, can we just do this now?
Can we just do this? And, you know, like at what point do you just become okay with?
Did he get killed here?
No, I think it was in Terre Haute, Indiana.
Because he was here for a while.
Yeah, he was at ADX.
Yeah.
And then they moved him to, I think it's Indiana.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but at what point do you just stop wasting money? That's a lot of money wasted.
Yeah, I'm reading right here that the average yearly cost to house a death row inmate in the U.S., if you take all states,
yeah,
high end would be 70.
70?
Yep.
And
whereas a general pop inmate, like a regular everyday criminal, is about 35 to 37. So double to keep a death row inmate.
And they're housed at the same a lot of times in the same prison, right?
Right,
like
but just in a different wing or whatever.
Yeah.
Cell block. They're on a different...
Like, why? Because they have their own cell and they have more attention?
I get there's got to be, like, I don't know, a bunch of special precautions.
It's weird.
I wonder if they factor in all the legal costs.
Well, if you look it up, I thought I looked it up, I thought I wrote it down. Like, to defend one is like $2 million or something.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
Especially if you're getting a public defender.
Yeah.
For your death case.
I mean, if I was on a death row case, and I mean, I guess if you can't afford it, there's nothing you could do about it other than public defender.
Well, even if you're guilty
Mm-hmm.
and you appeal, and you're just appealing to get longer, so you put off. How rude is it to try to get your family to pay for your legal fees?
Oh, that's so rude.
You're dying and you killed somebody or you did something that was deserving of death. You should only get public defenders at that point.
Do you think that, well, what right now they're doing, the popular thing is what you inject them with whatever they, the
injection,
drugs they have. Like that one guy died of not too long ago.
Firing squad.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Do you think it should be you choose?
I'm not opposed to them giving them 3 options of what you want, what your state is willing to do, or what's legally allowed. Do you want A, B, or C? Do you want hanging, electrocution, firing squad, or lethal injection? You take lethal injection, right?
I don't know,
because they first give you a sedative.
So I guess you can't feel it, or they say you can't. But.
Well, they give you a sedative that calms everything down and then they give you, it's not propofol, but it's like a paralytic.
So you can't move.
So you're not going to be, but you're pretty much out of it, and then they push it, and you just go to sleep. Not painful.
How are they like? This is a little bit morbid, probably, but. I think it would be cool to witness one.
I'd go watch one.
Just to go watch. How are these guys not?
What about would you go watch a hanging?
I don't know if I'd watch that. I mean, I've watched.
What about electrocution?
No.
That's too far?
That's
Did you
far.
go with us to the prison?
No. I want to go.
I think it was Steph and Jenna.
Yeah.
We went down to
the museum?
The prison museum down by Canyon City.
Yeah. They got a
gas chamber.
Oh, it's a gas chamber? Oh, that would be tough.
Yeah, they've got the old, and you can walk in it.
Somebody died in there like that. Just
Woody Harrelson's dad was at that prison.
Really?
Yeah. They had a lot of, I think Timothy McVeigh was there.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you look up, there's a lot of people at the ADX now.
Mm-hmm.
They got, but the death penalty, I think they should just, there should be do away with so many appeals. And why wait?
There has to be extenuating circumstances to allow someone to have multiple appeals. There have to be people that just there's so possible doubt. But then if you've been found guilty by a jury of your peers, that's without a doubt.
Yeah.
They still get it wrong sometimes.
Yeah, just like anything, but wouldn't that make them do more homework? If you knew that there was not, okay, I don't know how many appeals they get. They get a lot.
Too many,
right? And you still get when you go into the death chamber, you still get
you're trying to ask for clemency.
That last minute,
yeah.
Okay, how many appeals should you get? 1? Okay, 1 appeal. How long do you think you should have? Do you think it should be a month? Do you think it should be a week, a year? There's
no set number. A death row inmate does not have a set number of appeals they are entitled to. The process involves multiple layers, including a direct appeal, state post-conviction review, and federal habeas corpus proceedings.
So you think that's why that's why they're on there for average of 18 years? Because you can constantly appeal?
State post-conviction review. After the direct appeal, in all states, a death sentence automatically triggers a direct appeal to the highest court in the state, typically the state Supreme Court. This is a mandatory review of the trial's court decision. So exactly what I said. It's a direct review where the highest court looks at it. It's not another trial. They look at it and make sure it was judicially correct. And then you have a state post-conviction review. After the direct appeal, the inmate can file petitions with the trial judge, potentially appealing to intermediate courts and eventually the state Supreme Court. So what they want to do is they don't want to go directly to the Supreme Court.
That's like the last option.
You
right?
want to hit every stop along the way. That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
The process can be lengthy, with an average death row defendant spending over 18 years in the state system.
And if you're like 70,
Yeah, you just ride that thing till you buck, right?
yeah.
If the inmate exhausts state remedies, they can file a writ of habeas corpus in federal court, raising issues not already addressed in state court, which can also create an even more lengthy process.
Yeah, because they're not going to rush to get to it.
Well, no, because if you exhaust all of your state
Yeah.
and you're getting close to execution, then you can file a habeas corpus with the federal, and they'll set that court date out probably 5 years when they care to deal with it. So it's like it's just set up for them to kick the can.
And
Like a lot of this isn't new trials. It's
just decisions.
Well, they want
what it
someone
sounds
to
like.
look at a portion of it and if they can turn over that portion of it, maybe they can reduce from death penalty to life in prison. Or
And why
I
would,
don't know, dude.
man, I think it's
if
tough
there's a
too,
list
like-
of crimes that say if you do this, you receive the death penalty. That's it.
Well, I actually, like, our phones listen to us now.
Right.
So there's this basketball player. This just came. I just seen it today. I don't know when it happened. Actually, I did say that at the beginning of May. He was a basketball player playing for the Indonesian basketball team. I'm assuming it's like a pro team over there.
Right.
And he got busted with so many gummies, weed gummies,
Right.
which is punishable by the death penalty.
But that's in Indonesia.
Yeah.
And he's an
So-
Indonesian resident, or is he an American?
He's an
playing?
American playing in Indonesia, so they're
So like Brittany,
similar to that.
right?
Like, if that's the death penalty for that, how long does they give him versus somebody like in America?
Oh, I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like the death penalty, like
I mean, at that point, then it becomes an international thing where our government's either going to try to step in and say that crime does not fit that punishment according to U.S. law, and it's our citizens, so they have to be either willing to fight for them or not.
I mean, shit. I don't know.
But you see what I'm saying? Like,
No, I know what you're saying, and man, if that's fair to do, I'm just curious on like how much time.
See, death penalty to me, and obviously we can't figure it out across the board, across the world.
No,
Because different
No.
countries see things as different.
yeah,
You know, I mean, what we would see as like a misdemeanor in some countries is
Oh,
punishable by death. Like
Oh, I
there's
know.
crazy rules. But I think death penalty should be reserved for things that are heinous, as in murder
it won.
or
Touching kids, I think.
chomos.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you really don't have
Pedophiles.
Yeah. Like what else?
Extreme like sexual assault, maybe.
I feel like if you're gonna do extreme sexual assault, that's pretty much gonna murder somebody.
Yeah.
You know?
But to me, it almost has to be equal punishment. Like you have to kill someone to get killed.
Yeah.
I mean, life in prison without parole can be bad enough. If you commit a crime that is under,
Well, if you kill somebody
you should be killed.
for no reason, unless they come into your home and threaten your family, then you shouldn't. Nothing should happen
Right.
to you.
Well, no, that's.
But if
I mean,
you're
that's
out
just-
there causing a ruckus
Right.
and you kill somebody,
and that's the highest possible. That's the highest possible punishment.
is death row. Yes,
Because
Or
some
death.
people, I mean, people kill people accidentally in traffic accidents
Yeah.
with there was no intent. There was no, even, a lot of times there's no drugs involved. There's no alcohol.
No,
They
it's
just
an accident.
an accident and someone died. So you'd be convicted of like vehicular homicide.
Yeah.
That can't carry the death penalty.
No.
Because, but I
No.
mean, death is death. But I mean, intent.
Yeah, I feel like it's when it's malicious.
Yeah.
When
Your intent
different.
was to kill someone.
Yeah.
Or the crime you committed The follow through was death. Like you intentionally were going to you were going to commit a robbery,
Mm-hmm.
and you had a gun with you, and then you kill someone.
Yeah.
That's all. I don't care if you left the house thinking only robbery.
Mm-hmm.
If you were willing to go past robbery to capital murder, basically, you shot someone and killed them, or stabbed them, or choked them, or whatever.
So, do you remember the Texas 7?
Yes.
So they all got put to death. I don't think there's any more remaining.
And they are now finding that it wasn't like they weren't all guilty, right?
Well, that's, yeah. Like, oops.
But they got railroaded
Yeah.
in their trial.
Yeah. And because I feel like because they killed a cop, a lot of things was fast tracked.
Sure, they wanted
Right,
a conviction right now.
And a lot of things was fast tracked, so they didn't have to spend all those years on death row.
Right.
Versus a regular citizen or regular person that didn't break out of jail gets all
the appeals. And
the appeals, the like.
See,
and it's at what point is it like not okay? I shouldn't say that, but
sometimes it's okay.
no, it is okay. Like when is it enough for like the family? Like if you're grieving, and I'm not saying you should deal with it like this. I don't know, but there are people that once that person gets put to death, the family can move on.
Right.
On either side.
But what if
on
the
either
family
side.
also says, yeah, they're guilty and they took my loved one away, but I don't believe that they should be put to death. Like they should spend the rest of their life in prison. Do you have to listen and kind of go with their? See, for me,
I don't know. That was a tough
death
one.
penalty for me has to be reserved for
Without a doubt.
with like
There's just-
100% without it. Like there is either a like one of your victims lives
Mm-hmm.
and it was 100% that person,
Yeah.
or there's video footage, like unequivocally you are guilty.
Like there's no questions really.
Or you admit it, or you get caught, like you killed them and then get caught in your attempt to flee or what,
Mm-hmm.
like there's no gray area. There's no like, we found him 5 years later and you think it might be. See, I got you yawning now.
You do.
Sorry about that.
Guess what I got too?
You got coffee?
Yeah.
Good coffee?
Keeps me awake.
That's all you need. But in cases like that, where it's just completely 100% without a doubt,
Yeah.
there should be the direct appeal to make sure that everything happened during the trial correctly. And then it should be like a month out.
And how do you think it affects the employees? Because that's not normal either.
The employees of what?
Like the sheriff, like the corrections officers and the
They,
warden.
they sign up for that.
You think
It's part of the job.
It is part of the job. Like
Mhm.
it is, but it's weird that like everything just becomes okay.
I'm more worried about the mental health and how it affects nurses and doctors who have to deal with sudden death when they've
But you signed up for that.
right. Same thing though.
But you
they
sign up for
signed
it.
up to save a life.
But you still signed up for it. It doesn't
Right.
matter. It doesn't matter.
Same thing for the prison. They signed up for it, but they signed up for it knowing that the outcome is like if you work in that sector.
Yeah, no,
The
I
outcome is
get it.
death.
I get it. But at like, there couldn't be a better way to do it. You don't think?
Do what? Kill
Like-
somebody?
I don't know.
I mean, I think they've gone as humane as they can. Lethal injection is about as humane a way to do it.
But
I mean, the only other thing
I'm on the fence with lethal injection about it because you see so many like things about things don't work or things like there's got to be. And here I'll say it like this because
Hang on.
all right,
Keep talking.
because when I worked at the hog farm, right, they came back that we were supposed to put the small piglets
Mm-hmm.
in a black box and you turn the gas on because it's more humane.
Right.
But I didn't think it was. I think it was easier to put them out of their misery right away instead of listening to them kick around for 10 minutes.
But that's in a gas chamber.
You know what I'm saying? But that's why some of the drugs from the lethal injection are not they're not allowed to do. They're not allowed to use some of the stuff.
Right.
They're using other stuff.
Finding better way.
Right.
Like more.
Like who's to say that really works?
3% or less.
Out of how many?
Well, 3% of all lethal injections, less than 3% of all lethal injections have failed.
They say. We don't know. We don't know.
What do you mean? They're dead. It worked.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not failed.
I mean,
if they died.
What if they buried him alive?
They didn't.
You don't know.
They have to have the medical examiner.
What if, though? What if?
Well, then who cares?
That would be scary.
Who cares?
That would be scary.
They were dying.
Oh.
They were dying.
Oh, no.
I think the only more humane way to do it would be like,
I mean, if it were me.
Carbon monoxide poisoning, like people do.
And just pass out and not wake up?
Yeah, they're in their car. They pull in the garage on accident and don't turn the car off. They just go to sleep and they just never, like, they don't know anything. I think lethal injection is the most humane possible way. What are you telling me?
You're probably right.
Are you telling me that a firing squad is more humane?
I don't know. I don't think.
Can I have the sedative?
I
think there's more failed hangings than there were failed anythings.
For sure.
But what do you do?
Huh?
That they're paraplegic. You broke their neck.
I mean, at that point, you got to figure out. You got to just end them at that point.
Wait.
Like,
shh.
You know,
smother them.
Like that's.
Sorry, dude.
Yeah, I don't know if I could watch a public hanging. Well, you see, like some of those.
I probably could.
I watched them on YouTube or where did I? Maybe long time ago when they did Saddam Hussein.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
I mean, it was cool on video. I don't know if I could watch.
You can do it in person?
I don't know. I know. I don't think I could.
If there's a job like professional witness to execution, I'd probably be.
Well, you could be can't you get on the media list or something? There's a way to get on
but
there.
I want to be like a professional
like you want to
execution witness specialist. Like I sign off and
the doctor
I witnessed it and everything happened
the way it said it did.
Yeah.
Now there are some. I don't know what states it is. It might be Texas. I don't know where they don't even allow you to have a last meal. Really, like a request.
They've gotten rid of that a lot.
Yeah, because people were like ordering stupid shit.
I mean,
which if I'm gonna die, last thing I care about is
I want a good meal.
You do?
Yeah.
I don't think I could even eat.
You're about to kill me, dude. $100 lobster is fine.
I mean,
You just spent $90,000 a year to keep me alive, and now we're gonna get fucking petty over $100 meal. Is that really how it goes?
Yeah.
I'm okay with them eating whatever they want. They're going to die.
I mean, I don't really have a...
Or should we just give them bread and water?
I mean, I personally probably wouldn't eat.
You shouldn't have killed them and you could have this steak.
Yeah.
And they're eating bread and water. They have to watch other people eat good food.
Yeah.
Right before they die.
Yeah, that's weird. People like... I don't know. That is... All the death penalty stuff is super interesting to me. Just because like there's so much that goes into it that we don't know about, and you know that how they take them to the death house, and then they go in steps.
Yeah,
and then there's
like go to here. They like the day before they go to the different area.
Yeah, like
and they get a phone to make like for a certain amount of calls.
Yeah,
or, talk to the right people or their people,
whoever. I think really.
Yeah.
And then they just kind of continue on.
I would call an Indonesian scammer.
Just to
stay on call for a while. They're not trying to get off the phone with you.
No.
Still talking. Hold on.
Like that would be weird.
Yeah. How does that last phone call go?
Oh, depends on who you talk to.
Babe, are you going to wait for me?
No, that's a different thing. That's another thing. Is like, why are
death row inmates getting married? To people that they met while they're on
no,
death
why
row?
not why they are getting like if you can
Why are
swindle
you
a chicken
marrying?
like into marrying you, and obviously you're not gonna get nothing out of them other than some money. Maybe I don't even know if you're allowed to have that. I don't know, like commissary or
Like
whatever.
money on their books?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
sure.
assuming you can, but what else are you getting out of it? Like what else? Like what else?
They're not coming home to build you a house.
No.
Maybe you get their story and then
Well,
you could sell the rights to it later for yourself.
Maybe they also do a lot of role playing. Like I listen to a bunch of stuff on prison,
You're about to tell me some kinky
right?
shit.
Like, and it is like that sometimes. But there's also like
You listen to those calls too?
no. Well, I listen to. They have
A little bit, huh?
There's a guy. No, there's a guy that has a YouTube channel that he does a lot of like gang stuff, and like I've listened to a couple from like a couple of the gangs in prison, and they call their girlfriend or whoever that girl is on the outside,
Mhm.
and the guy's like, "Hey, man, I'm hungry. You should make me a smothered burrito." And the girl's like, "Okay." Like
Goes in the kitchen.
and like starts like playing it,
Right.
and then he acts like he's eating it.
Oh, babe, this is so good.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, maybe that's what it's like. But why would you go get in the? I mean, I don't know. That's weird.
Because
to me.
mental illness.
On both sides, I guess.
Yeah, what the hell? You're not a normal person is not seeking a relationship with someone on death row.
In prison,
They're like, he killed 75 women and mutilated them.
if I went to
So
prison forever,
beautiful.
I would tell JJ, go.
Yep.
Do you a favor and me a favor.
Just go live your life.
Go, just live your life.
Like live a good life.
Yeah, please.
I don't want you hanging on me.
No, get out.
See, that's why if I was on death row, I would want my execution sooner so that my family could move on.
I probably wouldn't contact anybody because it's just like it's a waste of time.
Yeah.
Like I feel like you're doing them more harm than
There would be like a small period of time where you're like, I want to talk to each of my family members and give them
just a little bit of peace,
resolution.
Yeah.
And then it's done. Just go. I'm already dead.
But to keep them alive for 18 years is ridiculous. To me, ridiculous. If they're
But that's
guilty.
people that want to, they're jobbing the system intentionally to stay alive. They don't have to stay alive that long.
No, and that's
They're
what
the
I mean by like
the death row inmate is the one triggering the appeals.
how do we get it changed? Voting? Is that what it is? That
Yeah,
you
it's
go
always
back to
going to be voting. I think we're going to not have the death penalty in the entire country soon.
like
Sooner than we do.
Within the next 10 years, 20 years? Like, what do you think?
Maybe the next 10.
Yeah, that's not that long either.
I think a large majority of people, I'm not one of them, but I think they believe that like all life has value or all like, how can you execute someone because now you're a killer because you killed the killer?
See, I don't look at it like that.
No, you
Like-
I look at it as we fixed the glitch.
Yeah, like there's no
There was a problem in the Matrix with this one, and we just went ahead and eliminated the problem.
like just because somebody flipped the switch and it's time to go doesn't make them a killer of that person.
Well,
That person.
they did kill him.
Yeah, but it's just I don't
Semantics. They killed him.
They did, but they didn't.
They did.
You know,
If you pushed
no,
and
the button pushed it.
the button,
The button pushed it. The button pushed the button.
is that how you would justify it in your head?
Or you could just use AI, a robot.
It's a computer but you still had to launch the computer program.
No, it's gonna launch itself.
You had to strap him in the chair.
You got to figure.
All
that
I
out.
did was put him in a chair.
I didn't.
I didn't know what was going to happen to him.
Nope. They said they were gonna let him out, but they did. And then they got those people that they hang out outside the prison, waving
protest.
signs and waving, like
That's what I'm talking about. Why I think the death penalty is going to go away, because you have these huge, like, protests outside of.
how. I'm curious to know how many people, right? Not on the side of the offender, but the side that had their loved one killed.
Mm-hmm.
How many of those people think that the death penalty is not good and shouldn't be?
I bet the percentage
Like-
is higher than we think.
Really?
Yeah.
50? or higher than 50. I mean, like that's not right to kill that guy.
Keep talking.
Like, would that make you change your mind as from if you were on the jury and you were able to do that and the family stands up and says, I forgive him. I don't think he should be put to death. Would that change your mind on how you're going to convict him or not how you're going to sentence him?
20% said it didn't help them heal having the person put to death. A study by the University of Minnesota found that only 2.5% of family members reported achieving closure after the perpetrator's execution.
That's not that much. 2.5?
Yeah. Did they want more? Like what was going to get you the closure? I mean, it's closed.
I mean, once that person dies,
I think closure comes more from understanding and accepting that you have all the details of what
happened.
Right. Or them taking the responsibility would give the closure. I think if someone murders your loved one, denies, they're guilty. They've got footage of them. They caught them on the way out of the house and they still deny. And they go to death saying, wasn't me. Their death probably does not give you the closure that you would hope for.
But like this guy that I read, he says, I'm sorry for...
That probably gives you closure, where they own it.
Better than being sentenced to death? I mean, the only way you're going to get that closure, obviously, is he got sentenced to death. He's making his last statement.
Right.
But do you think that would...
you think if he took responsibility and they took the death penalty off the table because he took responsibility?
You think that would help you with closure?
Me personally or a person?
Both. Let's say a person first. Let's just say
a person.
Yeah.
A person might feel that they achieved the right amount of closure by someone just giving them the acceptance of their crime, remorse, and being able to say, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't get him back, but I know all that I need to know.
Okay. Now you personally.
No, fuck him.
Even after? Like
Yeah.
So you're one of the ones that wouldn't get closure.
I would I would get closure.
Yeah.
As they close their eyes.
So that would help you.
I would push the button.
Okay.
If I were if something happened to one of my loved ones and the person who did it was convicted and sentenced to death, if they gave me the opportunity to be the one that just
like hit it,
I would take that. I would do it.
Yeah, that would probably help a lot of people though.
I would do that 100%.
It would be bigger. The percentage would be better than 2.5.
I just don't know. It's the old adage where you think that you would do something until you're in the situation, and then you might not be able to. But I know how my brain works, and you know me, dude. I'm the kind of person I would.
Yeah, I don't know.
I would live stream it.
Of course you would. But I always try to think like, what would I do if I was in the situation of like having to go be the witness to somebody hurting somebody that I know or love or whatever. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I battle with myself. Like, yeah, I'd be there watching, or I would just be like, I'm not worried. Like, I'm not going to worry about it anymore.
I'd make the t-shirt.
You know, like I always struggle. Like, what would I do? Because that is one where you don't know until you're in that situation.
And as they were delivering their last words, I'd be like, shut up, punk ass bitch. Like maybe right in the middle of their sentence.
Do you think they...
Right in the middle of them saying, I just want to tell my family.
Do you think they should be allowed to say something? Because there are some, like I watched
I'm okay with it.
They're like, nothing.
I'm okay with it. Like if you feel you're dying, I don't care.
Yeah, just I feel like, oh yeah, you know.
The only thing that you being a douchebag with your final words is going to cement is you just being more of a piece of shit.
And that's where it feels okay, right? Like you're like, unless you're owning stuff, because there are a lot that I read that you're killing the wrong person. It's like,
no, I'm not.
I don't know if like you're
turn their mic off.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're not really killing the wrong person.
Right.
You're there for a reason.
Right. If the guy that you caught coming out of the house with blood on his hands and video inside the house of him committing the murder, his last words are trying to be, "It wasn't me. I'm not guilty. You're killing the." You just cut the mic.
Yeah.
Let him talk into silence.
And just because you can't hear probably in that room.
Let him talk into silence.
He'd close his eyes anyway. Oh, that would be.
Yeah, I don't think from the viewing room you can hear anything.
No, and it's got
cued through the
curtains
speakers.
Yeah, there's nothing you could hear. That's a weird situation. The whole death penalty, man. Whatever happened to eye for an eye? You think the death penalty would be less?
No, an eye for an eye is the death penalty.
No, like you cut somebody's head off with an axe. They're going to cut your head off with an axe.
I don't think people that commit crimes think
like that.
They don't care.
So they don't nothing until they're there and they're like, shit.
They're out there willing to.
Yeah, but they're probably more like.
What about a serial killer? You think he really gives a shit?
Why aren't they on death row?
They are.
It's not all of them.
Most of them. But some of them take deals that avoids the death penalty.
See, that's bullshit. I think that the deals are bullshit.
But a lot of the deals are closure for the family. The family is the one where they came to the family and said, if he is willing to give you X, Y, and Z as far as closure, would you be opposed to taking the death penalty off the case? Like if you
because it won't take as long, like the
process.
The process won't take.
But
as long?
sometimes, okay, let's look at this. Someone kills your loved one.
Yeah,
can't find the body. You can't put him to rest.
To rest, yeah.
They catch him, they convict him, but as part of the plea deal, if they say, if you as the family want to put your loved one to rest, and you go, I would say, I would be opposed to the death penalty if he just admits guilt and tells me where my family member is. And I think a lot of the time, judicially, they can avoid long trials, multiple appeals, because they'll write into that plea deal that there's no appeal.
Yeah.
If you take this plea deal, there's no appeal. And the plea deal is life without parole if you tell them where their family member is.
I mean, I would take the deal because that would be like weird to not have your, you know what I mean? Like
I'm bringing my person home and being able to put him to rest.
Yeah. And everybody else that I know is going to be at rest.
Right.
Just because it's, like I get that. Yeah.
But then on the other side of it, like if you know that they did it, the person's dead.
Yeah.
I might be so vindictive that I'm like, kill him.
Or would you rather find somebody to talk to and just have him off in the inside?
Yeah.
I mean, if you know the right people, it's not
I would
hard.
make
you know what I'm saying?
It sounds terrible, but
yeah,
I could see a situation where you make the deal to get them life without parole for giving you the ability to locate your loved one. But if you're mentally, you died when they died, because that's what happens to a lot of people. Like they no longer function. I mean, get yourself convicted of something just so you can be in there. And then guess what? You're ready to die anyway.
Yeah.
Because your person is gone.
Yeah.
There's movies like that, I think.
I wouldn't be surprised if something happened.
Get convicted so you can go to the same prison and then.
Because guards don't care.
This is probably not going to be monetizable the whole episode.
Oops. But no, the death penalty I feel like is needed.
Yeah.
I think all states should have the death penalty.
Well, it should be.
Like how many? I mean, see how many states don't have it. There's obviously a lot more than have it for sure.
Yeah. Is it a deterrent? If I live in this state and I know that there's no death penalty, am I more willing to commit murder than I am to commit murder in Texas? Because I know that.
Yeah.
You think?
I think so.
Do you think when you get to that point, you're really caring about that?
Well, I think the people that are more
27.
So, oh, wow. So over half.
Have it.
Wow. I was surprised. I'm actually surprised by that. I thought it was way less.
Except 2 states, Oregon and Wyoming, do not currently have any inmates sentenced to death.
Which, okay, they still have it though.
It's probably like California. There's been a moratorium put on. It's still legal, but the governor Newsom put a moratorium on death on execution. So there's really not.
And all that shit is just a political thing anyway.
It's also a legal penalty for some military offenses.
Yeah, like treason.
Yeah.
And if you go to military prison, forget it. You're done.
Do you think they have the worst prison?
I heard it's not good. And I don't think it's good. I think it's like, I feel like the prison in a regular prison is way more luxury than that, because I feel like the military can get away with a lot more.
They can do whatever they want.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, it is.
In the United States, the death penalty can be imposed for capital offenses, which generally include serious crimes such as capital murder, treason, and certain acts of terrorism.
That one guy's in jail forever, but he didn't get the death penalty.
Who?
That one, his name was Robert something. It was like the biggest, I think he worked for the FBI.
Treason?
It was the biggest like spy thing.
Oh, really?
Leaked ever. It was huge. Hansen, I think his name
Chris Hansen?
was. No, Robert.
Oh, Chris Hansen is the one that
The
catches
Chomos,
predators.
The Chomos.
Different, same thing, different.
Same thing. But the death penalty should be had by all states, and I feel like it should be reserved for without a doubt, so we don't have to spend this much money in protecting them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like now, if you're on death row and you have the funds to fund your own
appeals,
then fine. But you got to be able to fund them all, not the taxpayers.
If you want to fund your appeal, should you also have to fund your
defense
life?
Yeah,
you should have to pay the $70,000.
Mm-hmm. Then you can have you can have all the appeals you want.
If I'm paying my own $70,000 to stay alive,
yeah.
Now that changes things. Does that mean that I could just like buy life in prison if I'm willing to spend $70,000 a year?
You can't buy.
But I can just appeal till forever.
As long as you're paying. You just sit in the death row by yourself.
So I just give
them. Or do you think the family
here's $1 million for my next 10 years?
You think it would be helpful if families had to, if your kid or son or whoever got put to death row, the state or what is it, state maybe or the
state
federal,
federal
would charge you a certain amount a year
to keep your loved one alive?
Yeah.
But what if you're detached?
Well, there was some detachment that happened that made you.
But what if you renounce? Like you're like, he's guilty. Fucking kill him.
Then I think just.
But he's like, I'm appealing.
You don't have the money though. If your family says.
Yeah, but now we're in situations where money decides if you're guilty or not.
Instead of just the evidence and
right. If I can buy freedom and you can't afford it, then what? Yeah. Now it's a class system.
Yeah. So then
if a poor person gets convicted, they have to die. But if a rich person gets convicted,
they get to live.
They can live because they can afford to pay the $70,000. They're like, I'll spend $100,000. Can I get some upgrades?
What's the longest what's the longest person on death row? Who has the most time on death row? Because I bet you it's over 30 years.
Japanese man spent 46 years.
46 years?
Yeah.
That's longer than I've been alive.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Yeah, you too. Yeah, you too.
Raymond Riles, who spent 45 years on death row in Texas before being sentenced to life imprisonment in 2021.
So how many 41 years?
He was 45.
That's $3 million to keep him alive for 45 years?
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh?
Who was the longest person on death row?
That's sad. He was technically getting paid more than somebody trying to make an honest living working at McDonald's.
I mean, yeah.
That's just ridiculous.
Idaho set to execute 73-year-old Thomas Eugene Creech, one of the nation's longest serving
Inmates.
Yep. First execution. He was in prison since 1974.
That was before I was born.
I was 2.
You were 2?
Yep. 50 years.
Next one is that why is it that women are longer on death row? Like, you don't hear about many women getting executed. I think the last woman was that one chick that killed truckers.
Serial killer, yeah.
And she was, I watched a lot of stuff on her.
Maniacal.
But like,
I just watched I'm watching, I don't think I'm finished with it. There's a show, I think it's on Amazon Prime, called Cross.
Mm-hmm.
And it is this, he's a detective who is investigating the serial killer who kidnapped and killed victims who looked like other serial killers.
So the guy
Was a serial killer.
was a serial killer. He kidnapped.
His victims were people he found that looked like other serial killers.
Why?
But he's rich.
Wait, is this a real show?
No.
Oh.
No. It's a drama.
Oh.
But it's
Oh.
hilarious. I mean, he would find people that look similar, but then he was super rich, so he had like plastic surgeons that would come in and like do the final touches to make them look even more. And when he killed them, he would put them on display to be found looking like that serial killer. And his last victim is the female. Like they used real names.
Yeah.
And they used real serial killers. I can't remember her name was, but that lady who.
So like this girl.
Monster.
Erica Shepherd.
Mm-hmm.
She's been on death row since 95.
Yeah.
30 years.
Chilling. Vibing. I think people have a harder time killing.
Why though? Why? A criminal's a criminal.
Yeah.
Or no, am I wrong?
But I think people just genuinely have a harder time digesting that they're going to execute a female.
Does it say murder or does it say execution on their death certificate?
I think it says execution because murder is a crime.
Look that up.
I guarantee it's not murder.
No?
No. It's going to be death by execution.
Really?
Yes.
I'm going to look it up. It should be murder.
It's not murder though.
No,
murder would be then the person who killed him would be on trial for murder. Murder is a crime. Trust me, I guarantee.
We're going to find out.
I guarantee it. I guarantee it.
I'm just waiting. I'm trying to find the right one here because that
it's execution.
Is it execution?
Was it written by ChatGPT?
I don't believe that ChatGPT shit.
Doesn't exist like dinosaurs?
I mean, it exists because it's right here, but.
All right. Well, I think that's going to wrap us up on serial killer, or not serial killers, on death row.
TIL, that when a state executes a person on death row, cause of death on the certificate is homicide.
They were killed, not murdered.
So,
murder's a crime.
Yeah. So homicide.
But
anyway,
do us a favor. If you like Death Row Talk,
send us a message.
Hang out.
If you worked for a prison, send us a message.
That would be even better. Yes. But we talk about everything on this podcast.
Yeah.
Like our topics go all over the board from happy, happy, joy, joy to death penalty. If you like it and you want to hang out with us more often, click that join button right there, right below us.
Mm-hmm.
Join. Then you would have access to the unedited version of every podcast we've done. This is number 52. So,
dang,
there are
that's a whole year.
With today, there's 52 episodes that you can watch completely unedited, which is usually about 10 minutes before we start the podcast and about 5-10 minutes afterwards, including anything we edit out of the public release. So if you're watching this as a public release, there could be parts of it that Kay Miller decided that
not good,
that we shouldn't have said, or Yes. But if you are a member, you get to watch it in its entirety at any time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. $1.99. Click that join button now. If not,
Join.
make sure you have clicked that subscribe button and
At the very least.
turn on notifications, because I know that YouTube has been pretty bad lately about sending out notifications when we have episodes that go up as
You know
premieres.
what? I don't get one, and I'm subscribed
Yeah.
to everything.
Yeah. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't, but just check and make sure you have that alert on.
Can you let me know, please, YouTube?
Tell us. Go check out Grindhard Ammo, grindhardammo.com.
Yep.
100% American made in the USA.
Check these
Top
out.
quality ammunition, freedom seeds for everybody.
Yep.
They are
Grindhard Ammo.
Grindhard Ammo, grindhardammo.com. Find them on the old Instagram.
IG.
In comment. If you go right now, do me a favor. Go on Instagram, find Grindhard Ammo, and go.
Yeah.
Found you guys because of After the Final Bell.
Yes, please.
Let them know that we're out here. We're doing the Lord's work
That's right.
here on the podcast. What else? Other things we're supposed to talk about? We do have a Discord. You still haven't joined it.
I got the app though. I'm halfway there.
We do have a Discord that has voice chats and.
Is this the same
comment
Discord
chats.
for Red Redemption, or different? Or do I need a different Discord for that?
Well, it depends.
Oh,
For Red Dead, we'll have, because it's not our server.
okay.
So we'll open a group for Red Dead of people that we're going to play Red Dead with in the same server, and they can jump in and chat with Red Dead about us.
Okay.
Or chat about Red Dead with us. But we do have one just for the show where you can leave comments. We have a voice channel. Matthew is working on the members voice channel, but we're having some
Difficulties?
Yeah, because YouTube doesn't see my email address as the primary on. It's stuff.
I don't need to worry about all
Yeah.
that. It's without.
But check it out. There's a link in the description for that as well. We are here live if you want to watch live Tuesdays and Saturdays. Tuesdays at 2:30, Saturdays around 1:30,
Well, yeah.
somewhere in there.
Give or
Roughly
take.
1:30, 2:30.
Mm-hmm.
Just know Tuesdays and Saturdays. Other than that, we do premiere every episode on Sundays and Wednesdays.
Yep. So tomorrow.
We usually go at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time.
Yep.
So you can catch us there in a live chat.
Yeah.
So
Check us out.
we have fun doing that as well.
It'll be a good time.
Coming up, Mike's going to be out of town at the end of the month for 10 days,
Yeah, 10 days.
going to Italy.
Mm-hmm.
So in
It'll
the
be a
next
good time.
week, we're going to record at least one extra episode.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have the girls in, right? JJ and Kay Miller.
Yes.
I think we talked about having them in for
One of them.
the next iteration of them talking about how stupid we are.
Well, I got some stuff for them too.
Yeah, bring that. I ain't scared of either of them.
Nope.
I mean, a little bit, but not really.
Not at all.
A little bit.
You're a little bit?
I sleep heavy,
Oh. I can feel everything.
so I worry.
That's what I do. I'm horrible at that.
And she,
If JJ moves, I'm like, you okay? Like that's why I don't sleep very well.
I take so much medication that once I'm out, I'm out.
I need some of that.
I got some.
You know what? You should give me one for the plane there.
Oh, to Italy.
Oh, 'cause
I'm like,
I can't
you don't want the
sleep-
plane to San Diego.
No, I'm fine. No, I'm
They'll
fine.
be like, Mr. Gonzales.
No,
Mr. Gonzales.
I can't sleep, but I can't sleep on airplanes.
Oh, I can help you.
Man, I tell you what, shit.
I can help you.
When we flew to Singapore, 15 hours,
Yeah.
slept 30 minutes.
You didn't have the right vitamins.
No, I know I didn't.
But while you're gone,
Oh, we're moving.
we're going to try. Yeah, hopefully we're going to be downstairs, moved into the new space. I am going to guest on the MMA plug on Mile High Sports
Oh, when I'm gone?
one day, Tuesday, the 27th.
Can you live stream that on our channel?
Oh, maybe. I'll see.
I think that'd be cool for the viewers.
I don't know if it's copyright over for Mile High Sports because it's on FM radio.
Oh, can they uncopyright it?
I mean, we'll ask them.
That's gonna be. That's gonna be. Wait, do they have Instagram?
My MMA plug?
Yeah.
Or Mile High Sports?
Both.
Yes, both of them have Instagram, guaranteed. So I'll be guest co-hosting with Jordan Kurtz Tuesday. I believe it's the 27th.
Oh yeah, that's him.
Yep, should be fun. I've got to turn on my no cussing ears though, because apparently FM radio still doesn't allow that.
So he's on FM radio?
Yeah. The MMA plug is on Mile High Sports, milehighsports.com. I think it's like 94 something or 97 something.
Oh, okay.
But it also streams.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep, it also streams. So we probably can't stream it from our channel, but I can put up a link to where the stream's going to be.
Yeah. Okay.
And you can hear me
ramble on.
Mostly I just rip one-liners while he talks about stats.
Oh, he talks about.
He's smart. Like,
yeah.
He knows every fighter that they're signing as they're signing them and all their stats from their entire life and
all that good stuff, huh?
Yeah. Remember when we used to care about every fighter?
Yeah.
And every signing and everything that went on. Like he's an encyclopedia.
That's you got to be really into that because that'll run out of steam quick. Well, it does for me.
It gets tiring.
Like I don't even.
There's so many sign like. The UFC has expanded its roster to so many fighters that's where it got hard.
Trust me.
Yeah, you know. Hey. All right. Well, with that, I think we are done for this Saturday.
Yep, we are done.
I'm done.
I'm done too.
Well, if you're done,
I gotta go fix my chainsaw.
Well, I gotta fire that chainsaw.
Yep.
See if I can make some neighbors mad. I gotta mow them.
Tomorrow, want to do it now?
Because I just put weed in.
Oh.
All right.
All right.
We're out.
We'll see you. Bye.
Go on.